So, next up is hoisting, which often is one of the most confusing parts of JavaScript, and in my opinion, is probably the poorest decisions that the creators of JavaScript made. Um, Basically, before your functions or before your code gets run, it takes all variables, anything with the var keyword, and functions and moves them to the top of the parent scope. And if it's in the global scope, it moves into the sorry, not the parent scope, and top of the scope that you are in. So if you're in the global scope, it takes all functions and all variables and moves it to the top. If you're inside of a function and you have variables, var keyword specifically, not let and const. And if you have nested functions, not const functions, right? Again, it has to be, and not anonymous functions, it has to be the function keyword. It'll move them to the top of the scope. So that way you can use them before they're actually created, which is so stupid. I just think that is incredibly dumb. And I think that I would rather have my code force me to declare things before I use them, because why would you want to use them before they're declared? I mean, come on. Seriously, that's just ridiculous. So, basically that's the idea around it, and there is not a good argument for it. I think it is a terrible choice. Okay? Like, look at this. So I have console.log add 1 and 2, and this will work even though functions were declared after. It's dumb. Declare your functions before you use them. Same thing with vars. You have this var my variable. This is why var sucks, because it changes state based on what scope you're in. If you have a variable, if you have a var keyword and you use it in a different scope and you even declare it again in a different scope, it'll change it in the original scope. Like, these decisions that JavaScript has made is just bad. And notice how they say, fortunately, variables defined are a lot more predictable than var, because they realized that they messed up when creating this var keyword, and JavaScript it will not make a version 2 of JavaScript, because the whole point of it is for it to be backwards compatible, because websites from 30 years ago, actually getting close, websites from a long time ago should still run, even if they are using deprecated functions or just have bad code or using pre-ES6 code. They should still run. So anything using a var keyword or the function keyword or whatever, anything that they have made, something may be relying on, and so they cannot get rid of it. And so they just keep adding onto it and adding onto it and adding onto it and trying to make it better, but inevitably it turns into this big spaghetti code mess. And that's why a lot of people absolutely hate JavaScript, and they are right to do so. Although there are ways to get around it, JavaScript just sucks for this reason. That's just a symptom of why JavaScript just sucks. But we have to learn it, and it really is a decent language once you get around all the fatal flaws that it has, right? It's decent. It's not the greatest, but it works, and it's not that difficult once you get into it. Okay? What? Foo is a let. What is the correct answer here? Oh, because foo is already declared? Where's a... Oh, function foo, because foo is up here. Okay, I see what's going on. I didn't see that thing. Yeah, there will be a syntax error. Yep, that's correct. Anyway, hoisting sucks. I really don't like it at all. I'd rather use stuff after I define them, which is why I like the const function thing partially. Also, it looks cool. It just looks better, and it's smaller. And this is a little bit more predictable with it. Yeah, I think JavaScript has made a bunch of poor decisions, and this is a really big one. All right, hoisting.